Hello and welcome to another episode of Between the Covers. If you're watching for the first time, my name is Daniela Bleckner. I am an author, a book journey mentor. My company is called Conscious Dreams Publishing. We work with authors from all over the world to help them to get their powerful messages and stories out there in the form of books, because books are the best, are they not? On the bookshelf behind me are some of the 350 plus books that we've published over the last 11 years. I'm absolutely passionate about providing a platform for unseen, unheard authors so that they can have their voices heard and stories shared for generations to come. So those of you who have not seen the show, this is a very interactive show. So please, if you have any questions, throw those questions up. I will ask those questions live to my awesome and amazing guest. Please do say hello. I was going to say tap the screen, but I think that was Facebook back in the old days when you can tap the screen. Please do say hello. Send us some love. Let us know where you're watching from. And I'm just going to share this onto my page. I'm not good at multitasking, but I will. For those who don't know what the show is all about, this show is all about... I obviously can't multitask. This show is all about getting up close and personal between the covers of what it actually takes to publish, write, and create a book. It's a platform where I interview authors, new and seasoned, as well as those from the writing and publishing industry. So I think I need to introduce my next guest. I'm very excited about this one. I'm really, really excited about this particular conversation. Today, I'm joined by the awesome and amazing Janet Campbell, a Londoner, a writer, a romantic at heart, and someone who is not afraid to pour her real feeling into her work. Now, I have to say this one feels a bit personal for me because I've actually been working with Janet since November 2024. She came to my last Power of the Story full day workshop. And I absolutely loved watching her journey with this book and continue to do so because she's promoting, and it's fantastic. When I say dedication, I mean dedication. I've seen her commit to the writing stage, show up for rewrites, which if you're an author, you know these aren't easy. She's pushed through tricky moments and she's really stepped up into sharing her work from the page all the way to promotion. She recently got... a Conscious Dreams Award for promoting her book the most on social media. She's been fantastic. That kind of consistency is not easy, and I just want to say it's been incredible to witness. Her book is all about love, not the loud, dramatic kind, but it's the quiet, complicated, real kind. The kind that grows, lingers, and sometimes comes back when you least expect it. She is the author of, I love this book and the cover, Love Between a Boy and a Girl. Please, can you show some love to Janet as I bring her in? Say hello, give us some encouragement. Janet,
hey.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent. We were speaking earlier about, everything's kind of been a bit of a whirlwind, although, you were promoting this book way before you'd finished writing the book, right? Before you even did the Power of the Story workshop. So you've really committed yourself to this all the way through to today. How does it feel? Can you share what you were saying to me before we started the interview, how it feels to see your name on the book now?
Unreal. I'm going to use that word. It just feels sometimes like it's an out-of-body experience. I am doing this for somebody else. And there are just times when I just pick up the book and I look at it and I see my name on it. And it's like, it's really me. I even opened the back to see the bio. And that is a picture of me. It's unreal.
And what was that first feeling like? Obviously, I'm trying to think of how long we were working together from when you finished that first draft. I feel like it's been about 6 or 7 months. How does it actually feel to open that first proof copy?
Again, it was just like, wow, this is real. This is going to happen. It's there in front of me.
And it's happening and it's here. You've got a nice, huge book here. Beautiful. Can you tell everyone what your book is about and what inspired you to write it?
So it's initially a love story, and it's funny because I remember when I was in the workshop with you, how I was just saying, yes, it's a love story, it's just a love story, but it's so much more.
Mm.
That's the main thing. But as I was writing it, just other things came up, and I thought, for it to be a complete love story, there's got to be the ups and downs and the trials and tribulations of love, because it's not all plain sailing.
No.
So the main focus is a love story, but there's so much more. So much more.
I'm not going to ask you that question. So your book it opens with such a tender idea. When we look at the blurb, can you just read the first part of the blurb?
Okay. So some love stories begin with fireworks. Theirs began with a folded note pressed into a small boy's hand. Shall I go on?
Yeah.
Jennifer grew up feeling invisible, bullied at school, misunderstood at home. She learned early to disappear into books and dreams of a love that felt safe and true.
Okay, so it's this bit, a love that felt safe and true. And you focus a lot on the idea of feeling invisible. So your main character, Jennifer, feels invisible and unheard, and overlooked. How much of her journey, do you want me asking, would you say might reflect your own life?
A lot.
Okay, can you share? I know you've talked about it a lot on social media, but I think it's really important to note that yes, it's a love story, but it's not a straightforward one. And what I love about your book is that you really look at her childhood and how some of the relationships in her childhood affected her to into her adulthood. So if you could share a bit about that, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, so the story really starts off, yes, about Jennifer and her journey of being an only child, and just feeling very isolated at school and being bullied at school. And those emotions you feel when you're young are very powerful.
Yeah.
And, trying to navigate them, trying to understand what's going on is difficult. It's really, really difficult. My own personal experience was one of trying to get through school the best way I could. And really, I mean, back then, 70s time, that was a difficult time. School was very different to how it is now. So realizing that there was something that I was being bullied for and not really knowing what it was hard to then tell somebody that, i.e. teachers, because it was very different. They didn't have that time like how it is now, that you can go and say, I feel this way, I feel that way, I don't feel happy, and really to this day, I'm still not really sure what the whole bullying thing was about. I remember it coming up because I ended up working in school. So I saw it from the other perspective.
Yeah.
And I remember having to do this course, and there was quite a lot of us in this group, and they asked us to talk about a time when we felt really sad, or trying to express our feelings. And I chose school, and I talked about how I felt in school being bullied and the name calling, and if I was asked to do something, especially then, they'd make you stand up.
Yeah, makes it worse.
Exactly, because now the focus is on you, and if you mess up, those children are not going to let you forget it.
Yeah.
So I spoke about that, and it was only as I was speaking I realized I was still carrying it. I was still carrying those same emotions, the feelings. I don't know how I didn't burst into tears there, but it was good in a way, because then it made me think about it and address it and deal with it. And so, going back to the book, it was easy to write because I felt those emotions, so I could put that into the story. So maybe in a way, the book was kind of healing as well.
I was just about to say that. I was going to say, did you feel like there was an element of healing through the writing, but actually not just through the writing? Because I've been watching you, on social media, in front of the camera, and I know that there's a first time that you do that. And I remember the first time I did that, and I think it was 2016. It was like, oh no, what am I going to do? And like the more and more you do it, you're a real natural, I think, when you're talking about your book and something you're passionate about. Did you feel that sort of writing the book and sharing your story made a bit of a difference to you, like, personally, in that sense?
Yeah, because in school, I was always sort of made to feel that I'm not going to achieve a lot of things. And writing and reading was the thing for me in school. If I could read a book and get lost in it, even better, or if I could write. And I used to love writing stories.
Yeah.
So, that was a big help for me. And I think now that I've completed the book and everything, and even the whole journey through it and continuous journey, it's given me that confidence that I can tell this story because I've lived it. So I know how it feels, I think I've done okay.
I think you've done fantastically well. It's a stunning book. I love the cover. I want to talk about all the aspects of the journey, but I want to sort of stick with the story, the inspiration first. There's a lot about, I call it sliding doors and missed opportunities, timing, reconnecting with someone from the past. What do you think makes this idea of second or third chance or fourth chance, second chance meetings so powerful?
I suppose it's the whole determination. When you know there's something and you don't want to give up, because you can't give up, because it's just got to work out. I suppose that's how I look at things in life. The things that look challenging, somehow it's just got to work.
They work out.
Yeah.
I mean, the beautiful thing about this, and the way it's written as well, I love the family, the whole settings, the food, everything, the music, how that played such a big part, and I could really visualize it all. So, I mean, for those of you who haven't read the books, I know a lot of people have and have been leaving reviews already, which is great. It starts off with Jennifer. It doesn't start off, but the love starts off with Jennifer putting a folded note, into the hands of Matt. I think, was it 10 years old? Quite young.
Yeah.
Almost like, family friends and such. And you're all part of this big unit of friends and family. Was there, I mean, I think with Jennifer, there's like an underlying boldness. So despite having all of this at school, the bullying, the being made fun of, even amongst her people who were her friends, would you say there's like an element of boldness there? Because I mean, I'm thinking about me at 10. I couldn't even
Yeah, I think when I was writing about the character, I wanted to put that across, that although, on one side she's feeling a certain kind of way in the school environment, out of that environment, there's this inner strength that, can be like, well, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna, just see what happens.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Doing good for her, because think about the amount of things that you have a passion for, or something that you want to achieve, and you never know if you don't try. And
That's right.
Even though they didn't get together till like way into their adulthood, there's something that's even more sweeter, I think, with the connecting and reconnecting friend, that for the friendship being through there whilst having different relationships, marriages, even seeing each other grow, whether you're together or whether you're kind of just on the periphery. I thought that was a really special way to present the story, and I found that quite powerful. So if you haven't read it, go out and get a copy.
Go read it.
Let's talk a bit about the writing process. How did you find the writing process? Was it easy to, I mean, when did you start writing first? And how did you find the whole process? We've got a question here.
I found the writing quite easy, to be honest. And I decided to do it. Well, I didn't think about it that hard. I literally just got my notebook and my pen. And it just felt quite easy to write. But what I did, which I found the easiest way, once I had the idea, I looked at the characters. Who are the characters going to be? And I wrote quite a bit about each character first.
Lovely. Yeah.
All done by hand. So I knew each character inside out and what they might say and their personalities. I took a lot of time in doing that. Then started writing by hand. And a lot of my friends were like, why are you doing it by hand?
I love writing by hand. I'm with you. Listen, I love a good old pen, you know?
Exactly. I feel like a writer.
Yeah, exactly. I think.
You know, and I think because I like to travel. So I'm on the bus, I'm on the train a lot. And it just gave me that freedom. You know, but that book was always in my bag with my pen. So the minute I sat in that train, I didn't care what was going on in the train. I'm writing, you know.
Yes,
and so it's just that freedom, and things would pop into my head, or even on the bus, you know, something might be happening on the bus, or I might look out the window. Right there's my inspiration for things. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I miss those days. I used to write a lot on the bus, actually. I don't really get on the... Yeah, my bus journeys are quite short now. But it got me thinking, maybe I need to just jump on a bus for an hour and start writing.
I just write.
I think like what you said about the characters, that's definitely something that shone through, because I could really imagine all of the characters from Jennifer's best friend, Marcella. That's it.
Yeah.
That friendship was just phenomenal. Like, it was just the whole thing. It was, you know, beautifully written, I think. We have some questions here. Jules, hello. Jules Arty Life says, hi, Janet. Several of my friends bought your book and couldn't put it down. A copy just sold in Dominica to someone I met on holiday. Wow.
Wow.
She read it on her Kindle on her way home to Australia. Wow. So your book is all over the world, Janet. She says, how does it feel to know your story is being read around the world? And how many countries have you sold in? Or do we know yet? Love stories cross all cultures and continents, don't you think?
Absolutely. It feels amazing to know that, you know, it's not just going to be in London.
No.
It's nice, you know, that it can get out there, because love is love. You know, love is love anywhere. You know.
And that's a universal thread, isn't it? Anyone and everyone can relate to love, and everyone wants to be loved, to feel loved, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Thanks, Jules. And if you read the book, please remember to leave a review. It can be Amazon, it can be Waterstones, anywhere. Just if you leave a review for Janet, it really helps.
Yes.
So we obviously met at the Power of Your Story workshop, where you did the workshop with us. What stage were you at then, and did you have any did you discover anything new about yourself, your writing process, or, you know, the process? Did you have any epiphanies during that workshop?
Yeah, I did, because I had a story, and I had written quite a bit when I came, but just being in that environment with lots of other people and listening to their journey, it was such a boost. It was just like, you really can do this. And I remember when you read a part of what I'd done, and I said, oh, it's a love story. And you said, yeah, but there's also hope and other things. And I was like,
I remember that.
Light bulb moment. Yeah. And when I left, I was so fired up. I've never been fired up more than that. You know,
wow.
I was on the train, and I think, I had my book. So I was writing in the train, and I'm writing not so much the story, but some of the things I took away from the workshop, you know, and just that determination to finish it. And, you know, it gave me that boost. It really did.
Absolutely fantastic.
Isolating in a way, because you are just focused.
Yeah.
So having that workshop was just like, yeah, I needed that. I really needed that. adrenaline.
It's so true. I mean, as an author myself, I think it can be the most isolating jobs, not only because you're writing by yourself, but you're also in your own head. Like no one can get into your head. And I think being around other writers, even just to talk through your idea, to talk through your message and your audience and all of the things that you did, I think it makes such a huge difference. And then you did the accountability. Shout out to the accountability ladies. I hope you're watching.
I hope so.
Or you can watch it if you're watching on the replay. Please put in #replay on the replay. How helpful was the accountability partnership, and what kind of goals did you set yourself during that time?
It was amazing. I think because it was a thing where you said, right, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that by the next one, it made you just do it. It made you do it, and having a writing buddy was amazing. Amazing. I don't know if I mentioned you, I actually had 2. So
that is very ambitious here. She had 2.
I'm having 2 because I can. And that was really good. It was amazing because just talking through stuff, and you've got things in common, any ideas you have, it's just good to share it. I'm not saying you can't share with your friends. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
This journey of writing, I would say quite unique.
Yeah.
That when your friends talk to you, it's very different. I mean, all they want to know is, are they in it? I mean, I love them dearly.
How big's my part?
That's all they want to know. They'll have to buy it and read it to find out. But your writing buddy and groups, they are so helpful and informative, and those days when you wake up and you think, oh, I want to write, but I just haven't got the inspiration, or I just feel tired, or I just can't do it today. That person is just there to say, you know what, maybe you just need a break. Maybe you need an hour, or, maybe today's not a day for you.
Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah.
And it's fine. It's absolutely fine,
Because that's the thing, you don't want to force the writing. It has to be something that's enjoyable.
Absolutely.
I was going to go and say a good exercise is a stream of consciousness. So when you have the writer's block, it's just to get out. Sometimes it's because we're so busy, so much going on in our heads. Sometimes just when you write it all out, it kind of leaves room for your brain to breathe, and it's like, actually, I can write now. Or maybe not. And if it's today's not your day, today's not your day. And I think that's really important as well.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about when you were ready. You submitted your first draft to us. The very first step is the editing process. Now, a lot of people love this stage. A lot of people can't understand. There's no in between. Are just like, no. Because especially when you're writing fiction, it does take a lot of work. It means rewrites, it means comments to look through. And you work with Rhoda, who's
amazing,
thorough.
Yes,
so good.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about that process? In fact, I should be sending her this interview now. Can you share a bit about that process?
Yes, I can. So, obviously I was told, that it's funny because you write it and you think, yeah, it's fine, and then, you send it off and you're told, obviously you told me that, there's going to be a lot of editing. It might be going backwards and forwards and stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I'm prepared. When it came back and I saw lots of red and I saw, but you know what? And it was like reading it through. And then when I saw comments of, expand or, just add more, at first, I'm not going to lie, I was just like, oh, but it was the best thing ever because it really made you see your work in a different way.
Yeah.
And expanding, because I think when I first did it, I thought, well, I've put everything in, but the editor just knows. And that whole, you know, the backwards and forwards. I got used to it. After a while, it was just like, I feel I can do this. It's fine. It's fine. I'm enjoying the comments because I learned so much from it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about, expand or whatever. It made me think more about my writing, how I'm writing. And one of the things I did, and I wasn't thinking about it, was I was writing it in the present.
Yes.
They're there. And I think, oh dear. So then realizing it has to be in the past, you know. But once I got my head around that, it was fine. It was fine. Although I would say, yes, out of the whole thing, the editing was the hardest. It was the most worthwhile. It was time consuming, but it is worth it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if you're out there and maybe you've sent your book off to an editor, or you're going through the publishing process or having your book edited, you know, and it comes back. I mean, I would be more worried if it came back with nothing.
Nothing,
you know,
right.
It's never going to be perfect. When I published my first book in 2014, you know, I was an English teacher. I thought, I've caught everything. Yes, ready to go. No, I've got it. Yeah. And you get it back, you're like, it's not terrible, but you can see how they enhance. And there's things that you miss as a writer because you're not objective. You're writing, you know, you're writing your story. It's your book, and there's things that you're not going to notice necessarily. So yes. Don't be disheartened if you're out there.
Not at all. Not at all. No.
I think you've given some brilliant advice.
And especially if you've got a very good editor, which I did.
Big up.
Absolutely.
Talking about the process, I mean, one of my favorite processes is I just love the design stage, like seeing it come to life. Having an input about the covers and what the colors are, like, what's the theme, all of that. Look at this. I mean, if you're watching now or on the replay and you took part in the online poll, you know, which cover do you like? Just thank you so much, because the feedback there was invaluable. Can you talk through the process of creating the cover and your ideas that you had behind it first?
Yeah. I suppose I didn't want there really to be a face to these two characters. I wanted to leave that to the imagination of the reader, you know, what they actually look like, so they could be anybody. And I saw the image and I just thought, that's it. That is it. There was something about it. It was a bit mysterious. Like, what is this? You know, what are these two people doing? And you know, when I look at it myself, I say to myself, you know, just them holding hands, there's a connection.
Yeah.
There's a connection, you know. And I loved the butterflies on it. I mean, that will become clear when people read the story, what that's about. So
and you've got the folded note here at the back.
Yeah, it's pivotal things that happen in the story. That's why they're there.
It's lovely, absolutely gorgeous. Will you be writing another book soon, Janet?
Absolutely.
You're gonna have a rest.
No. I'm already on it.
Oh, you are? Wow.
Yes.
Incredible. Wow.
So you'll be hearing from me at some point.
Well, you're in the author community now. You're in the orbit, so that's it.
Yeah.
You know? So we've talked about the you know, design process and the editing process and the writing. Let's talk a bit about love, life, and your message. I think we should go there. You describe yourself as a hopeless romantic, correct?
Yes, I do. I love romance.
So, question: what does love mean to you?
Oh, it's that whole feeling of the butterflies, the can't wait to see that person. It's just so pure and natural, and it's feel good. Connection and stuff, you know.
That's something that I really loved about your book. It really comes across this sense of love, this sense of respect, a sense of, like, you know, family as well. The love that Jennifer had around her, almost like the bullying, but wasn't a main feature.
That's right.
You know, your best friend, your network, even Matt's best friend, you were all like just such a tight network of people. And it's rare, I think, to see Black love in such a positive light and friendships in that way. I don't think there was anything in there that was untoward or negative. And I think that was something that was really beautiful.
Yeah, and that was very deliberate. You know, I kind of looked at other love stories, and I just thought I want to keep it as authentic as possible and real, that people can really identify with it. I didn't want it to be that story where, something just out of the blue, like, I don't know, just something weird happens.
Yeah.
Because to me, not real life. And I can only write about either something I've experienced, felt, seen, smelt, tasted, or somebody's told me. I can only write like that.
And all of that came across in there as well. And I think that, speaking of someone who's in their 40s, I know it's hard to believe. I think there was something really beautiful. Sorry, someone's saying, can we see the cover again? Here you go. There's the cover.
I feel like in here it's getting very dark. I should have put my light on.
Oh, go ahead. You can put your light on. That's fine. I'll show the cover meanwhile.
Yes.
If you're watching, please do say hello. Please do share this out with your network if you find this of worth and value. How can you not? My name's Daniela Bleckner, speaking with the awesome and amazing Janet Campbell, who is the author of Love Between a Boy and a Girl, a beautiful love story that starts off with a folded note put into a small boy's hand by a small girl, and they grow up together. They go their separate ways, go away, come back, go away, come back, and they end up together, and it's just beautiful. So I was talking about, finding love later on in life. So as somebody who found love later on in life, what would you say the benefits, I won't talk about the book or what I think, what would you say the benefits are of actually reconnecting or connecting with somebody at a later stage in life?
I suppose the experiences you've had before, you kind of know what you're looking for, what you really want, what makes you happy. I kind of think, like, when you're young, part of this is personal experience, when you're not sure, you're just kind of like stumbling along sometimes, and you get into things and you wonder sometimes, are you in love, are you out of love? You're not quite sure, and it's like, what are you going to go off? It just reminded me, when I speak to one of my friends about it, and she was sort of saying things like, the old-fashioned love it's not there anymore. It's very different now. Back in the day, you'd write a love note, or you might play a song, or your boyfriend might send you a mixtape of love songs, so you knew how they felt.
Oh, my husband's watching, is taking notes. Is that mixtape sorted?
You might be seeing now. But it's very different now. So I think as you get older, you're looking for different things, and maybe you want to go back to basics, to how, to be romanced, to be taken out, and all those nice things, get flowers, and
there's a lot of romance in the book, which is lovely as well, but also a lot of support through really difficult times. I think that's another beautiful part. Not to say that you can't do that when you're younger, but when you're a bit older, you have a different appreciation of life, and sometimes the fragility of it as well. So that level of support and mutual respect that you had for each other, that the characters had for each other in the book, were beautiful, really lovely.
Oh, thank you.
For anyone who feels unseen or unheard or invisible, or perhaps like Jennifer, what might you say to them? What message would you have?
Wow. I guess there's that perseverance with things, and there are people out there to support, and sometimes you think you're not seen and you're not heard, but somebody out there will see you and will hear you. And I suppose when I was writing, I was thinking about when I worked in school with children, and I worked with children who had all kinds of things going on for them, who were, maybe, had issues at home or in school or whatever it was. And those children needed to be seen. And so I had that, that balance of feeling it myself and on the other end of it, and wanting to help those children who do feel unseen, unheard, you know, that they have a voice. So I hope that you know, that's what I put into the book, and that the reader will take those things as well. You know, it's not just about love. There's all things that go on, and I try to touch on, you know, also, I'm trying not to say too much, but different things that happen in life from you're young until you're an adult, you know, different issues that come up, and that you really you're not alone. You're not alone with it.
Thank you. That's powerful. You're not alone. And like you say, even though you may feel unseen or unheard, you never know who's watching and who is listening. It's just trusting that one person, isn't it, to be able to speak to them. And I'm so glad that, you know, through really working on your book, you really delved deep into like what your message was and why you were writing it. I think we tapped into why. That was why, you know, why you're writing it. Because it shines through so much more. Like you said, it's not just a love story. It's about feeling unseen, feeling unheard, having a voice. And I think that that's come across really well. We've got Yoshiba here. Hello, Yoshiba, one of our authors. In fact, I've got her book right here. The 24th of April, Compassionate Chrissy. You're going to be coming on the show soon, Yoshiba, as well. So she's saying, hello, Janet. Oh, she was also at the Power of Your Story workshop too. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. She was an inspiration to me. Honestly, just listening to her and talking about her book. And I kept saying to myself, hopefully that'll be me one day. I hope that will be me.
Well, it is you. Yeah. It's going to be you. It's you now. It's you now, literally, isn't it? Wow. God, it's gone.
I really appreciate, you know, that when she did that, you know.
Because Yoshiba came, and she spoke at the event and spoke about her book journey and her book.
Yeah.
You dressed up as your character, Grandma Wiseau.
Yes.
Okay, what's she saying? Hi, Janet. Congratulations. Great to see you at this stage in your journey as an author. Feeling a shared sense of pride. Aww,
thank you. Thank you.
I mean, that's the thing. I was going to ask another question, but it's kind of led on to something else. This sense of pride. I mean, I can imagine you've got a huge sense of pride for yourself.
Yeah.
And I've seen people who read your book, and obviously Jules Arty, who's just come on here now. I mean, what has the feedback been like on your book? And are people saying that they're also feeling that same pride that their friend is a writer now?
Yeah, quite a few people have said they read it in like 2 days. And at first I thought maybe it's too short, but I realized it's not that. It's because they couldn't put it down.
It's easy to read.
Yeah. I've got quite a few male readers. Different age groups. My uncle read it and he said, "Oh, it was very interesting," which is good. I got to read it. It's like, wow, and it's just been really nice. Different age groups. That have bought the book, on pre-order, have said they've just really enjoyed reading it. And some of it, they said they could identify with it, things that they'd gone through. My cousin said to me, when I was talking about the bullying for Jennifer, she really could identify with it, and it really touched her. And just to know that your book can have that kind of impact, I feel very proud of it. I really do. Yeah.
I'm proud of yourself. You poured yourself into that, and it isn't easy because some of that is from your own personal background that was difficult to deal with, and it must have brought things up. But also, what I really admire you, Janet, is that you wrote by hand. I'll have to type it up. So
type it up me.
Every single goal, from the power of your story to the accountability to when we were working together, like your dedication to the editing process was phenomenal. Like, hat off to you. It's not just about the writing, it's about the whole process and like pushing yourself to that limit, and you've been brilliant. Ali Pally, hooray! Hi Janet, I'm so proud of you. So fellow author Ali Pally, 2 books now with us, also at the Power of Your Story. So it's lovely to see you coming on supporting the lovely Janet.
Another inspiration.
Absolutely amazing. Like I said, it's it's not easy to write, number one, a fiction, but also, memoirish, something that has so much of yourself in it, which both of you have done. Okay, so let's talk about, she's saying something else. What have we got here? I got back from holiday and there waiting for me was that brown parcel with your book in it. How exciting. Yay! Ali Pally, she's got the book.
I hope she enjoys it.
Awesome. Yashiba, not yet a go my copy, but not yet got my, but we'll do. Okay, fantastic. Okay, you're going to drop a review. So Yashiba also writes amazing book reviews. So do have a read. That would be amazing if you could do a review for Janet. I hope you love it. I'm sure you will.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So, oh gosh, we're running out of time. Your book is launched today, so it's released today, but you have your book launched on the 12th of April. Can you tell us a bit about it and what to expect?
Well, I'm going to be very truthful here. My daughter does events and things, so she's really sort of got hold of this. Well, I said to her from day one, so I'd really like you to do this for me. One, because she's good at it, and two, it took a little bit of stress off me. Sorry. But yeah, there's lots of things planned in there. I want it to be just a fun time, a celebration. And I think I've mentioned quite a few times in some of my posts about the village that supported me. And it will be my way of saying thank you to my village of people who have supported me. So yeah, we've got a quiz thing going on, and I've
70s and 80s, right? 70s and 80s.
Right, yeah, because the book is set in that time. I want to keep the whole look, that the whole thing based around that. So there's going to be a few surprises as well that I'm working on to do with this. So yeah, I just really want to keep it. The music, we're going to have some 70s.
Of course. Oh, we forgot to mention actually the title, Love Between a Boy and a Girl. Now, at the back here we have a QR code. Can you talk us through why the title while I fumble around and the relevance?
So you want to know why it's called that?
Yeah. Where does this song come from?
Okay. So yes, the story is about a boy and a girl. So it just was a natural thing for me. But that QR code is, I'm trying not to give too much away. It is a song that is featured then in the story. And it's the words to the song just, to me, just connected with the story. So it had to be part of it. And when people read it, once they get to it, they will understand why it's there. And hopefully, because one of my writing buddy, one of them who read it, said that she played that song while she was reading.
I was just about to say that. What you need to do is play the song while you're reading it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said she did. And I hadn't even thought of that myself, but I thought that was really good.
That's fantastic.
Picture it and the whole scene, and I thought, wow.
I'm going to have to read it again now and actually listen to the song. So where can people get your book and how can they connect with you?
I'm on the social platforms, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, which, to be honest with you, people say, oh, I'm on TikTok, and I was never one to really even think about it. But now I'm on it, and the engagement I get, I'm like, yeah. You need TikTok in your life.
You do well on TikTok. You're good on TikTok. You're very good on TikTok.
It's been really, really good. So the book I've been checking is definitely in Waterstones. It's just like, I am going to Waterstones on Saturday because I need to see it. I need to see it on the shelf or preferably on the table. I'd like to see
that. Would be amazing.
That would be amazing. So there's Amazon. And then I've got a lot of family abroad in America. So my cousin's already saying, they know they can get it in Barnes and Noble, which is like, yay! which is really, really good. I've got a friend in Mexico. I think she said she can get her copy. So
it's worldwide.
Worldwide.
It's worldwide, online, everywhere. You can get it
everywhere.
You can get, or you can have your friend go around and selling them in Dominica and all sorts of places.
Anywhere she wants to go.
Works very well. Okay, so actually, I wanted to say about the book launch. Do we have is it sold out now, or do you have spaces? Can I put the link in there?
Because funny enough, I met up with Tia today and we were looking at numbers. I think we've got some, you know what, as well, a lot of people did put on the link that they're coming. And then I've got some people who like messaged and said, oh, I am coming. And there's probably about 6 people there. So I think we've got spaces, probably another 10, 15 or so.
Okay, I'll pop the link in the comments.
Lovely.
In a minute. Later on. We'll come back and we'll pop the link in. If you want to go to launch, just message myself or Janet and we'll see you there. I'm going to play a quick game with you, Janet. You strike me as somebody who likes to play games. Don't be like that.
I wasn't thinking anything. I've got open mind me.
Okay, let's go straight into it. Okay, this is this or that. You're going to say one or the other. Okay, so I'm going to give you a choice, and then you say the first one that comes into your head. First love or second chance?
Second chance.
You got to say that.
Yeah.
Books or movies?
Ooh.
Careful.
Books.
You have to
seriously, because you can just immerse yourself.
Yeah.
You know, be whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe it can be, your book can be made into a movie at some point.
That would be amazing.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Slow burn or instant spark?
Ooh, slow burn.
Okay. Writing at night or in the morning?
At night.
Ooh, okay. Happy ending or realistic ending?
Realistic.
Oh, I would have thought you said happy ending as a hopeless romantic, but I like it. Okay. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Romance novels or real life stories?
Romance.
Okay, so this one is just finish the sentence as I give it to you. Sorry, Ali Pali's saying, oh, it's not the old Lovers Rock tune, is it? Chosen Few.
Yes.
Yes. Alan, you know it. Get it on when you're reading.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you just to complete this sentence without thinking too much. I feel most seen when
I am talking.
The younger me needed to hear.
The younger me needed to hear.
What is it you needed to hear?
Positive words.
Okay. Writing this book taught me
a lot about myself.
If I could tell my readers one thing, it would be
go get the book.
I like it. Buy another one for a friend.
Yeah.
My heart believes.
Love is out there for everyone.
Oh, I like that. You heard it here first. Love is out there for everyone at any time.
Yeah.
You know, at what, you know, I was going to say any age, but from 20 upwards, you don't need to be getting involved in anything younger than that.
Right.
Ali Pali says slowly burn and writing at night. Okay. Yeah. Lovely. She's laughing. Janet, it has been a pleasure. Sorry. Do you have any final words that you'd like to share with our viewers tonight?
This sharing has been amazing. I love it. And I'm very passionate about this book, and I really hope that it does resonate with someone, touches someone, makes someone feel good. Yeah, that's it really. I'm just putting that out there, and I hope somebody gets something worthwhile out of it. Perfect. And that guys read it too.
Yes, a book for everybody. A book
yes.
for everybody. Thank you so much, Janet. It's been amazing speaking with you today. You've been brilliant.
Oh, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. Just to do another one.
Go on and on and on.
You're good at this. Listen, if you have a radio show or a podcast, if you're watching, you've got a ready-made guest there, Janet, for you.
Oh yeah.
Join us next week, 7 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. EST, where I'll be speaking with another Janet. Janet Walker. She actually put together, she compiled all of her late mother's poetry. She found out that she'd written a play, short stories, poems, and she compiled them all in this beautiful legacy book. So we were working on this at the same time as working on your book. Absolutely gorgeous. So join Janet Walker. She'll be speaking about her mother, the late Myrtle Walker, and her book, Hidden Pearls. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining. Please do go out there, buy Janet's book, Love Between a Boy and a Girl. How can you not? You want that on your shelf. The cover is stunning and the story is spectacular. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Oh, see you later. Bye.
Bye.